Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, on the Bitcoin chart, you can see that we are currently, the price dropped a little bit lower since the last update, and the price has now tested the 88.7 Fibonacci support level. There has been a bit of a bounce, and also the trend line we talked about in the previous video. Yeah, so while the market is unfolding, you could say as expected, given that we wanted to see a reaction to resistance here. Quick reminder, we also had a resistance area here for this wave 2. It was, I think, located like this. The price reacted to it as well. So we see this decline as a 1-2-1-2 setup. As per previous updates, further declines were expected. However, if the price, and it's still relevant, right? Or I told you that should the price break above the upper resistance area at 96,536, I would change my view, and it would become more likely that we're already in, or not already, but that we're in an extended B wave. The current thesis is that the white B wave formed atop here on the 26th of December, and it's been unfolding like that. Impulse down, corrective move up, forming a lower high. Impulse down, corrective move up, forming a lower high. Impulse down, which doesn't look quite complete. I mean, could this turn into another 1-2 setup? Maybe. I'm skeptical about that. I'm skeptical about it, and because of that, I have added a resistance area, micro resistance, which is not so relevant really. I mean, it's not really bullish above this level, but it is less directly bearish. This is just a resistance area that would tell us when a larger corrective bounce is unfolding. Until we break above 94,090, which is the 50% retracement of the decline that started, well, today, Sunday, and ended today, depending on your time zone, right? Some time zones is still Sunday. But this is the 50% retracement. Only a break above it would indicate that some kind of a bounce is unfolding. So price declined, hit support. Not much of a surprise that there was a bit of a reaction there. Price already tested that resistance area, but you can see that we already had a reaction and we're coming down. Now it takes a break below that last swing low at 92,960 to confirm the next wave down has started. Yellow is still relevant, but a break above the nearest resistance area would only indicate that we're likely going to test the upper resistance area again, and then a break above the upper resistance area is needed to put the yellow scenario in control. I don't see this as unlikely. I mean, it's one of the likely options still. We cannot rule out yet the yellow scenario, and it's very likely that this wave structure is morphing. Unless we get a major, well, let's say a decisive break below these previous swing lows here, around, 92.9K and then 92.4, 92K. The price could still morph into a more complex correction, but all of this would still be seen as part of a correction, right? It's all part of an unfolding corrective pattern, and we need an upside impulse followed by a corrective pullback to indicate that something more directly bullish is unfolding. Now, quick reminder that I still see this move as a corrective pullback in an overall uptrend, but the corrective pullback is likely not yet finished. But you see that the bears have difficulties to drive the price below this trend line. There was some support here, and we're still not broken. Yeah, still not broken. But if we go down lower, then we have some Fibonacci support levels to watch here on the micro level scale, and we have 91,640, 90,726, 90,173. Next, it is possible that the price does not fill in the entire C wave down. I mean, it can always finish a little early as a WXY structure, for example, but we have to see, we go along and then there will be resistances, and the break above resistance would indicate that a low has formed. Looking at standard Fibonacci extensions, I mean, it is likely that the price gets to the 100% extension, maybe around 85K. If we don't have all 5 waves to the downside filled in when we get there, and we only have 3 waves down, it could still be that the low is in, yeah? So the 100% extension is typically quite relevant. It is often more relevant than having all 5 waves down in wave C complete, because if it's, for example, a WXY structure, then this here would somehow form an A, B, C, and could form a low there, and then go up without that last 4-5 pattern. Okay, so I would pay attention to the 85K level, but first of all, let's see if we break down. And the market has now arrived at a pivot. I mean, the last 3 resistance zones I shared with you, they were all respected. Even up here, we had a target area that was respected. And it now needs to take the next step, break below, first of all, the intraday low, to suggest we're going at least to visit the blue zone next. So I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.